We were speaking yesterday to some of the brahmacharis of Sri Radha Gopinath ashram about how for our service to be pleasing to Krishna, to our gurus, they must be offered with gratitude. Otherwise, it's not really a quality of service. There's no bhakti without gratitude. There's no true bhakti without humility. That's not a detail. That's at the heart of Srimad Bhagavatam, Chaitanya Charitamrita. If we're grateful and we're serving with gratitude, then we're willing to make sacrifices and we're willing to adjust our consciousness in such a way to please the object of our service. What I saw in Srila Prabhupada and what I see in Srimad Bhagavatam and Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita is immoral activities are great stumbling blocks to the awakening of bhakti. But even more than that is being ungrateful. That is such a stumbling block. And yet we think we're making advancement. Because when we're grateful, we can access the power we can be given the empowerment to overcome difficulties. Durvasa Muni was a very strict person, but he was a very ungrateful person. Ambarish Maharaj really wanted to serve him. Instead of being grateful for Ambarish Maharaj, even if he made some mistakes, instead of appreciating, he became angry. He became critical. And there are story after story like that. Anyone can find faults. But the way Maya works is if you find fault in another devotee, your ego feels, just see how I am superior. I have such power, I have such greatness, I have such scholarship that I have the right to find fault with others. And in Vaishnava society, even if a devotee has faults, it's the degradation of our own soul to be focusing on them, unless we truly are their well-wishers who are trying to uplift them. Otherwise, we're just making aparadhs. So there's faults everywhere. Prabhupada would always be correcting and readjusting the consciousness of his devotees, because it's such an addiction to find faults. Srila Prabhupada explained this movement can only actually serve its purpose when we learn to appreciate each other, even despite our faults. Not that we just let people do the wrong things, but we empower people. We empower each other to do better. If we're in a particular specific role as a leader where people are under us, then sometimes like a parent, we have to correct. But when we're just looking in all directions and finding, you're going to find if you look for them. But Srila Prabhupada and all of our acharyas taught us how to appreciate also. Because in this world, not everything is going to go the way we want them to go. And that's Krishna's grace, because if it did, we would make no progress. We are meant to relate with other Vaishnavas on a higher level. Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, when he would see devotees finding faults with each other, he would sit them in front of each other face to face and order them, tell me the good qualities of this person. Very difficult. When you're having this kind of conflict and you're a leader and you have other people following you, you have a big ego, it's very bad. But when Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur orders, I want you to speak the good qualities of this person. You have to. And after a while, they're speaking, they realize actually the person has a lot of good qualities. And yes, there's things I don't like. But that's not what we're focusing on, unless that's our specific service to do that for that person. So for our community to really grow, we must be very, very strong in empowering each other to perform our sadhana properly, to perform our service with enthusiasm. But that's not really going to happen unless we empower each other to give up our fault-finding tendencies. In other words, to be grateful.